this stuff as well. So yes, I have in fact been applying a slight speed modifier on some of those videos which have been longer, which someone did comment on. So I mean, I responded, of course, but I mean, I don't know if anyone even reads the comments or cares about that kind of stuff, so I figure it's best to address it in a video. This video itself does not have a speed increase on it because its total footage was not like, 30 minutes or more. Well, I don't know, I think I do like 25 minutes or more is when I apply the speed modifier. But this one is like firmly below 20 minutes. So it's definitely not in need of any speeding up. Or at least I think so. I'd say so. I mean, I'd hope so. You never know with the way things go. I mean, I sure never seem to know what I'm doing. But either way, got more wimps training, I guess. Resources. Trying to build a warehouse, which probably not. I mean, obviously, warehouses are good, right? But it would be really nice though if like most buildings you can level up, right? You can level up the houses, you can level up the other things. Now imagine if you could level up the warehouses also. I mean, sure, it would be like, I mean, obviously the nanopod warehouses would still be way better because you'd like level those up and it'd go from like 2,000 to 2,250 or something, or I don't know, 2,000 to 2,500. It would just result in a whole lot of it would be a whole lot, like, I mean, there'd be a lot of balancing that needs to be done for it. That's for sure, a whole lot of balancing. And I'm definitely not the person who would know how that balancing should go, but I feel like it'd be pretty interesting to be able to level up your storage facilities. Like, you can level up the resource collection, you can level up the housing, you can level up the shops, you can level up just about everything. I mean, you can't level up decorations, but maybe that would come with the territory also of being able to level up storage facilities. But the fact that they say level 1 when you like click on them is the real reason why it feels like maybe they should be allowed to level up. At least that's what I feel. I mean, maybe it's not a good or a valid thing to be feeling, but it is definitely the way I feel, I guess. I mean, the game is really heavily focused around not around, like, originally designed and focused around the nanopods and getting people to spin them, right? But at the same time, if you don't have the nanopods for like storage units and everything, or for certain units, you just get punished so hard that it's like, barely even worth it to play or something. Like, I'm pretty sure this account of mine here would still be like 5 levels lower if I didn't spend the 100 nanopods on the one storage building. Basically, You know, if I didn't spend the 100 nanopods on one storage building, I'd still be like struggling to get the resource capacity, because the amount of population needed for resource storage is insane. Like the premium storage, it gives you 2,000, right? And it only costs 4 population. And the other storage you get available at the same time, the small storage, gives you 500 storage and it costs 8 population. So in other words, you need 8 of the... no, not 8. You need 4 of the small storages to store the same amount as for one of the nanopod storages, right? I mean, it definitely makes the nanopod storage really worth it as a building, but at the same time, it also feels like the small storages are just so bad, and they use up so much population. Because it's the difference between spending 32 population for 2,000 storage, or 4 population for 2,000 storage. And, you know, 100 nanopods, but I don't know if I'm getting my point across very clearly. I mean, I feel like I, you know, at least getting something across. But whatever I'm getting across, it might not be what I'm trying to get across, is what I'm saying, I guess. Either way, it's like, you know, the game itself could use quite a few touch-ups around some of its progression and stuff. Like, there's also the what's it called? The boat battles, right? The boat battles are like expressly balanced for you to lose units like crazy, and like you can't beat certain naval bosses without the nanopod units. Like, I mean, you can beat the Ancient Construct, right? The very first boss in the game. You can beat that without nanopod units as long as you like prepare and like break up your units and everything. But then there's like the Dreadnought, like way out there. And from what I've heard, I mean, I haven't personally ever fought it, even in the old game. But from what I heard, is you need like, you know, the 5 M10 battleships and some submarines and all, and the big fish, because there are big fish units that just like do high single target and do breaching damage or something. So anyways, so you need all of that just to have like a 50% chance at beating the Dreadnought, and that's if you're at level 46. You know, if you're below level 46 and you don't have rank 4 unlocked for the boat units, because if you're below that, then you're going to lose all your units except for one, and that one's going to be at like 1 health at the end if you're lucky. Otherwise, you're gonna just lose the battle. Which, I mean, I guess it is balanced, but it's not balanced around like being able to be doable without the nanopod units. Is what I'm trying to say. Yeah. The same thing goes for some other later stage bosses, like what's it called? So there's the Ancient Construct, which is like the thingy that's like the cylinder with the eye and the 3 arms. And then there's the other one that's like the big guy with the torso, the head, and the 2 arms, one of them being like a claw and the other one being a gun, like a minigun or a Gatling gun looking thing. And so the other guy, I think he's called like the Ancient Sentinel, right? That guy, you end up needing like mega tanks, I think, to front line for him, and you need like, I think it was like an elemental trooper or something to like freeze one of his arms. You end up needing a lot of, you know, premium / nanopod units for that guy as well, just to have a chance at beating him. And I mean, that guy was pretty insane. I mean, I never personally, like, in the original game, I had beaten the easy Ancient Construct boss or whatever. And, you know, with like the tank killers and stuff. But the big guy, the one that comes after, the Ancient Sentinel, I think is what he's called, right? That guy, I never got anywhere close to beating him, even with like some mega tanks and a whole bunch of stuff. You know, supposedly all the stuff I needed to beat him, but I just never got it because I don't know. And I mean, I was pretty young, probably not the smartest back then. Yeah, I'll just go with that. Probably pretty stupid back then. But back then it was just like, I don't know. It really did feel like the boss was like kind of overtuned. Like, of course it's hard to not overtune a boss, because otherwise it becomes like a cakewalk, because there's all those people who go out and like find the optimal strategy. But it sure felt like using the optimal strategy was still just hoping to get lucky back then, and then like repairing all your units afterwards. So I don't know. I mean, luck is pretty fickle sometimes. Either you get exactly what you want, or you get completely obliterated, and there's often no in between. At least that's what I seem to recall. Yeah. So that's like the rant or whatever about how some stuff doesn't seem to be 100% scaled properly. Because I mean, obviously, units should be, it should be like the nanopod unit should obviously be good so that people will buy them and, you know, support the company or something. But at the same time, there's obviously some nanopod units that just completely suck, and you gotta like ask people and get guides and all that just to know for certain what's going on with that. Like take for example, there's the what's it called? So there's 2 nanopod units that cost like relatively the same. There's like the unit that is there's the unit that's basically just like so there's like the heavy, right? He's a pretty good early game unit, like probably just a luxury still, but so there's that guy, right? And then later on from the vehicle factory, there's a vehicle that does basically the same thing as the heavy, except it's you know, it also costs nanopods, and it only has the area 2 rows back, 3 across the whole row sort of attack, instead of like the other 2 attacks that the heavy has. And I think it costs more nanopods than the heavy as well. And it's just like, are we sure that this unit, with its cost being higher, with its durability being roughly the same aside from having armor, and you know, its attacks being far worse and lower damage, of course. Are we sure that this unit is really worth more nanopods than the other unit? Or there's like later on at like level 30 or something, there's the medium tank, which has like 300 total health and health and armor. But there's the medium tank, right? Which has health and armor, and it's like, 70 more total EHP, because EHP is effective hit points. So it's got like 70 more total health and armor than the tier of the tank that's between it and the mini tank. I think it's called like the light tank or something. So it's got like 70 more total health than that, and basically the same damage and attacks, but it costs like, I don't know, 50 nanopods or something. And then 2 levels after that, you get access to the other nanopod tank that's around that level, level 32. And then that tank is the super tank, or whatever it is, basically the second strongest tank in the entire game. And it costs like 5 more nanopods than the medium tank or something. And it's just like, are we sure that this is really, like, it sure doesn't feel like both of these units should, like, one of these units should be worth nanopods. It sure doesn't feel like these units are on almost even footing, but they both cost like similar amounts of nanopods or something. Now I know I'm probably wrong, and they probably cost like, one probably costs twice as much as the other, but you're still not getting the same value out of like 5 medium tanks as you would be out of 1 super tank, I think. Other than like, filling up your slots on your board. So it's just, I don't really know. I mean, I recall the super tanks being basically the best tank up until you got the mega tank. And I don't know if the mega tank was ever surpassed. Unless it was like the plasma tank way at the end. I mean, the plasma tank also costed nanopods, I do believe. But I think it was similar stats to the mega tank. I mean, sure, it probably did way more damage because it was like a plasma unit, and plasma units like are known for doing tons of damage. So I don't really know, but it's just not all the units seem to have similar values as far as the nanopods go. I've probably talked about this before. I'll probably talk about this again. I don't recall if I've talked about this before, and so I'll probably forget about talking about this now. But I mean, I don't know. I do feel like there should be, obviously, a way to get, like, I don't know, what's it called? There should be a way to get nanopods for free, obviously. I mean, I don't mind supporting the current developers. I don't mind paying for a game that I like. Or, paying to buy the premium currency. But I just feel like the premium currency shouldn't be like you shouldn't have the option to completely waste your premium currency in such a way that it like detriments you as a player or something like that. Like another example, yeah. Either way, that will be all for this one. So, yeah.